we are going to continue talking about Ripple, aka XRP, and we are also going to look at Tron because I really think we have amazing trading setups. I go by the name of Muna. Welcome to Beyond 10x. So in yesterday's video, we did talk about the fact that if Bitcoin is going to continue trading in this range, then we are obviously going to have a little bit of breathing room where some alternative cryptocurrencies are going to end up doing well. And surprise, surprise, when it comes to Ripple, right, we are forming somewhat of a golden cross. In yesterday's video, we did look at very good buying entries, and right now if we pull up the Fibonacci levels, you guys can clearly see that our targets were obviously hit. Right now, just look at this 61.8% fib level, right? This is where the price clearly found a lot of support. And right now, if we had to like pull up the moving averages, right, you guys can clearly see that we are finding, or rather facing, a lot of support when it comes to the short-term moving averages, which is a very, very good thing. The red line is the 50 EMA, the white line is the 200 EMA. So on the 1 hour chart, we are having a very good golden cross. So this is a very bullish indicator. So I really expect the price of Ripple to do tremendously well. If we go over to the higher time frame, we can clearly see that we are obviously going to have a scenario where the 50 EMA is obviously going to cross above the 200 EMA. So obviously when we experience another golden cross on the 4 hourly chart, that is going to be very, very good for us because it's going to solidify this 1 hour golden cross, if I can put it that way. But overall, we are having very good support over here. If we check out the 4 hourly chart, the 50 EMA is acting as some sort of support. If we look at the 1 day chart, we are clearly facing very good support. I mean, when you look at the 200 EMA right over here, we are obviously facing some stable form of support, which is a very, very good thing as well. So it just depends on how the price of Bitcoin is going to be behaving in the upcoming days, and then we are obviously going to be adjusting our plays. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of sad news. We are forming somewhat of a very bearish fractal. If you guys had to like check this out, right, we have a very bearish fractal forming up. So what we need to do today is, by the end of the day, we need to crash this high in order for us to invalidate this bearish fractal. So it's very important for us to have a high today, and we are obviously going to be like in a safer scenario. So fractals are very unreliable. It just depends on what's really going to happen by the end of the day. So you guys better look out for that. In case we end up forming a lower high, then that's going to be very bad news for us. So in case that happens, you guys obviously have got another opportunity to get in a little bit cheaper. You guys can obviously have the opportunity where the price of Ripple is obviously going to end up, dropping significantly, and you are obviously going to have a better buying opportunities by actually getting to buy Ripple lower than this price points. We have to be extremely careful with Tron because we don't really know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, because these guys are going to be having a hard fork. So things can go either ways. We can end up just like correcting extremely vigorously to the downside. So you guys you have to always keep your cool, and please do not FOMO. According to this amazing chart, it's very evident that we are facing, or rather experiencing, a falling wedge. So if you guys know anything about technical analysis, right, obviously falling wedges are reversal patterns. So this is basically going to end up going in the other direction, and this is a very bullish indicator when it comes to Tron, because we were in a very steep downtrend. So obviously a reversal pattern means that the price is going to end up going in the opposite direction, and this is going to be a very good scenario. I just have to be honest with you guys, when you consider the risk and the reward ratio when it comes to Tron, it's not very ideal right now. And obviously the best entry when it comes to Tron is waiting for the price of Tron to obviously drop down all the way to about 61.8% fib level, because that is the golden number when it comes to retracements and obviously bouncing back. Anything which is going to be close to about 505 Satoshi or even below is going to be a very good ideal buying opportunity. But we just don't know what's really going to happen to the price of Tron, because I don't know, maybe we're going to experience a very drastic increase in the price of Tron according to the hard fork, which is going to be happening tomorrow. But I don't really want to risk my profits. I don't really want to risk my portfolio by chasing pumps, because that's obviously one quick way of losing a lot of money at a very fast rate. So it's all about finding the perfect buying opportunities. If we look at the 6.18% fib level, right, this is the place, or rather the area where we faced a little bit of support and resistance in the past. If we check out the daily chart, right, you guys can clearly see that we faced a little bit of resistance and a little bit of support. So obviously it's very natural for the price of Tron to come back down and test this level, but due to the fact that previously we faced a little bit of resistance, right, because previous resistance becomes the next support, so obviously it's very natural for the price of Tron to obviously come back down to this area. And when it comes to trading falling wedges, it's very important for you guys to get in closer to the, you know, the base, the bottom base of the triangle, or rather the falling edge. So anything which is going to, you know, come back down around this area, that's going to be a very ideal buying scenario. But be very patient. It's all about reducing the risk to reward ratio, because that's ultimately going to determine whether you are going to be profitable when it comes to making a lot of these trades. The other thing that I wanted us to look at is obviously the market depth, right, the MDR. If we check out the 5% price range, we are having a little bit of more buying power as opposed to selling power when it comes to Bitcoin and Ripple. When it comes to these other cryptocurrencies, like for example Ethereum, has got more selling power as opposed to the buying power as well. So obviously Bitcoin and Ripple are obviously going to do very well. So let's check out Tron. So when it comes to Tron, there's obviously more selling power as opposed to the buying power. I'm sure you guys can clearly see this, right? So this is one of the reasons I'm not really going to FOMO into Tron, because I'm just going to be waiting for the perfect buying opportunities. But right now, it really looks very bullish because a falling wedge is a very good reversal pattern and it is a very bullish indicator. So that's it for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I go by the name of Muna. Welcome to Beyond 10x. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because I'm going to be having a lot more technical analysis videos whenever I find the perfect buying opportunities. But you guys always have to take my word with a grain of salt, because I'm not really a financial advisor and sometimes I do have losing trades as well. So I'm just going to keep it 1000 with you guys, but it's all about, you know, sharing ideas and educating ourselves. So yeah, with that said, have a very good trading session and remain profitable. So talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does them gone barking you. Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does them gone barking you. Yeah, me done talking. Yeah, me does